Okay, so this is section 5.2. 5.2. And this is question number 3. Okay, so that's page 54. All right, let's read it out. Dylan spins the spinner and rolls the die to move ahead in the game she is playing. Okay, so let's take a quick look. The spinner has 3, has sideways, backward, forward. The dice has 4. It's a 1, 3, 4, and a 2. Okay, organize the outcomes of these 2 events in a table. Okay, so let's just start with one of them. Let's start by putting the spinner. Let's put the spinner first. So here's our table. So we have sideways, we have backwards, and we have forwards. Okay, and then we have the dice. The dice has a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Now we need to create the table for it. So sideways, backwards, forwards, we can say we do the spinner first, and then we do the dice second. Spin first, roll second. Okay? All right, so we're creating the table. So if we spin first, let's say we get sideways. And then in this one, it's sideways 1. Or we can have sideways, still in this row, and roll second. Let's say we get a 2. We could also have a sideways 3. We could have a sideways 4. So these are all of the different outcomes for just sideways. Now, let's do backwards. So we could have backwards and a roll of 1. We could have a backwards, a roll of 2, backwards, a roll of 3, backwards, and a roll of 4. Okay? And then the next one is forward. So we can have forward and 1, forward and 2, forward and 3, forward and 4. Okay? And that's it. That's the whole table. Those are all the outcomes for spinning first and then rolling this 4-sided die. So next we gotta look at the sample space. Now, the sample space of these 2 events is pretty much everything in the table. So we just need to list it out. So let's do this in another color. We start here. S1 would be a spin and rolling a 1 on the die. S2 would be a spin and rolling a 2 on the die. S3 would be a spin and rolling a 3 on the die. S4 would be a spin and rolling a 4 on the die. Keep going. Now we're done that. Now we go to backward, backward, and rolling a 1, backward, rolling a 2, backward, rolling a 3, and continuing on. So this is your entire sample space here. Okay, that's it. I'm just listing everything in this table, all of it. Now, how many outcomes do we have? Well, that's just counting everything in the sample space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 outcomes. So now when we're trying to find probabilities, we're using the 12 as the denominator. when we're trying to find probabilities.